Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Cat Lady. I'm Andrea, also known as The Cat Lady. That's 2 T's, CATT, which stands for Craft All the Things. I am a knit, crochet, primarily fiber channel, and do a lot of random crafts, whatever comes my way. If you are new, please feel free to like and follow if you like what you see. If you are returning, thanks so much for returning. If you want to follow me elsewhere on social media, I am The Cat Lady on Instagram, and I have a Facebook group. There's a Discord server that we all gather and chat in. It's a little slow, but anytime anyone chats, I am super excited and like to join in on the chatting as well. I also am on TikTok for however long that's around. I have a Bluesky account, but I haven't used it much. I'm kind of everywhere just because whatever is going to end up sticking around, I want to be where my people are. So that, and it's The Cat Lady on most platforms. TikTok is _cat, 2 T's _lady. Long story short, I had an account. I think it was called The Cat Lady Designs. I deleted the account. I could not get back to the account and had to make a new account. So anyways, but I've been pretty active on there lately, posting just little snippets. I kind of cross-post to YouTube, so, you know, most of the shorts that you see there, you'll see on TikTok as well, but I'm trying to get more involved. If you have any questions about anything I talk about, please feel free to comment down below or email me at thecatladydesigns@gmail.com. So let's just jump in to this week. It is Monday. I record throughout the week and post on Friday, so I will record a few snippets. I do apologize. I know I repeat myself because I kind of forget what I say and then I explain projects. So I'm going to try not to repeat myself as much. So like if I talk about a project and tell you all the name and the details, I don't need to tell you again. So, but it's just habit. So if I get too repetitive, please call me out. Help me stop doing that. First things first, this is done. This is my treadmill hat. So stay tuned. I'm going to put a little short out soon of me knitting on the treadmill, and all the progress and the finished project. So I will also put a photo in of the other side because it's on nice and I don't want to take it off and reverse it. So I will put in a photo of the other one. But it is nice and slouchy like I want. Dare I say it's almost a little too slouchy, but I don't care. I mean, I feel like, yeah. I mean, it's the yarn I felt like grew just a hair. The pink side, I feel like grew more, so I had to kind of stretch out the green side and block it. I don't know which side I like better. I like them both, so I like them both, which is good. So, yeah, this is the Vegabond hat, sort of. It's pretty much the Barley Light, but using the technique of the Vegabond hat to make the double thick hat. So basically, I cast on with this light pink color. I then knit the first hat green, and then I came back and picked up those stitches from the light pink side with the light pink yarn and made the light pink hat to the other side. So it was this big long tube. Muscle burrow is the most popular style of double thick hat, so if you think that's what it looked like. And it took me, I think I started on January 8th is what I wrote down, I believe, and I finished on February 1st. So a little under a month, doing it just half-hour increments a day. It felt like it went so fast because I literally it was just something to do on the treadmill because I walk every day for 30 minutes minimum. And I'm currently, I have to do 43 minutes a day as my monthly challenge for 14 days with the Apple Watch. So now I will be walking 40 minutes a day for 14 days. And then I'll go back to 30 probably. But so I'm super, super excited. So I literally just finished this today as far as like I laid out the block last night and got to wear it today. So I was excited about that. Some blanket news. If you follow me on other social platforms, you will have already seen what I'm thinking about, but I gotta talk about it here too. I am thinking about cutting this short. So my original plans was to make this blanket. It was like 600 and something squares is what my total plan was. And I was still needing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more rows at minimum of 24 rows. So I was at 260, like 270 something squares to go as of where it's at. And that was going to give me about, so it's currently 82 inches wide, the way I'm making it. So the length of the bed is, I have a queen size bed that I was aiming to cover, 60 inches top, so 80 inches, so it falls over the edge a bit. And then I was going to go like 90 inches, I think, roughly long. So the bed is 80 inches long, so it was just a little bit over the bed. So that was my original plan, but I just, for a hunch, or a hunch, I don't know, just for giggles, I decided to turn it sideways. And so it's currently 82 inches, which covers the top of my bed perfectly, with no hangover, really, so, you know. And it is currently 62 inches wide, which currently lays across the top of my bed with not really any hangover. So I could stop now. I have to finish this row that I'm on, but I could stop now. I could just stop. I could just stop now and be done. And then, so I put a poll out, or a question out on Instagram and TikTok, and I got some feedback. And most people said just stop. Maybe add like 2 more rows. And that's what I was thinking too after I posted the poll. I'm like, well, maybe I just add at least like 1 more row just to, you know, give it a little bit of hangover, but not like a ton. Things keep buzzing. So I'm thinking I might just add like 2 more rows and then maybe do an I-cord border. So I was talking with my friend Amy, Happy Little Yarn, and she's like, oh, and I said maybe I'd do an edging. And she's like, well, would you like to do an I-cord? I'm like, I have a cordsmith, which is this little tool that has 3 needles on it, and you can do I-cord with it. You can just make I-cord. But you can somehow, I have to find a video. I'm sure somebody has it out there somewhere. You can actually apply the I-cord to the edge of your work. So it's like you probably pick up a stitch or 2 and then, or you probably pick up 3 and then you just keep picking up stitches along the side. So I'd have to find a color, but like then I could just do a simple I-cord edging. Because originally I was like, well, maybe I do a garter stitch edging, but that's going to be like, you'd have to do like 2 or 3 rows, which this would take forever. Like garter, you just go. I mean, it's going to take a long time, but it's like, you're one and done. And then it would be finished looking. So I don't know. What do you think? I'm obviously, there's time. It's still going to take me weeks to do 2 more rows plus. So I have 10 left in this row, and then another 2 rows would be 48. So that's 58 minis or squares left. And I can come up with 58 minis. That's the other issue. I certainly don't have 275 minis laying around at all, unless I start like digging into like my advents and stuff, which I don't really want to. Now, after I make these and I have leftovers, that's fine. But I also kind of like, well, that one's DK, so that one's out. I like to have minis available for swaps, because that's how I've gotten a lot of these minis. I've done mini yarn swaps. And I haven't been able to do a swap in a while because I am out and I'm using the ones I need, so I have no minis. So honestly, the ones from Advents, I'd like to kind of keep on standby and have them for swap purposes. So I have 2 that I swapped with a friend, Adrienne, the Reluctant Knitter, that I can use. That's 4, so that'll be 48. So that'll give me my 2 rows. And then I'm sure I have 10 more. I know I have 10 more. I probably have 10 more in this bag. So that would give me all my minis. And then I wouldn't have to use any duplicates. Do you hear me convincing myself that this is the answer? I mean, why do I need to make it bigger? It's not going on my bed as like a bedspread, honestly. It's going to go maybe as decoration on the end of my bed. We already have 3 blankets on the bed. Jim uses a blanket. I use 2 blankets because I'm a snowman, apparently, and I am always cold. So I need my regular blanket. I have like a fleecy blanket, and then I have a bulky blanket, crocheted blanket that I made. So it's like one of those Bralette blanket yarn blankets. And Jim has just a regular fleecy blanket of his own. And I bundle myself up into a little cocoon every night with my long sleeve shirts, with my pants, with my socks, with my slipper socks, and I go to bed. I have problems. So this thing is not going to like be super useful. I have a cat that keeps wanting to eat it every time he sits on my lap and I'm working on it. So it's not going like downstairs anywhere. So it's really just going to hang out as a nice little pretty, like if I make the bed, which we never make the bed, but maybe I will start making the bed. And then there'll be a pile of 4 blankets on the bed if I make the bed with this on top. Or it's just like folded nicely at the end of the bed or draped over the end board. I mean, that's really it. And like, honestly, when I'm older and maybe my cats are less crazy and I can keep it out, I can bring it downstairs and it could be cozy, like couch blanket. However, I don't know how to wash this thing either. Well, I know how to wash it. Well, no. Well, yeah, like washing it's fine. I don't know how to dry it. So I can throw this in my sink, like laundry sink, and wash this just fine. I don't know if it will fit into my spin dryer. Probably not. It might. And if I keep it if I don't make it much bigger, I might be able to fit it into the spin dryer. I'm thinking no, though. Now I could put it into my washing machine and put it on spin only. It makes me really nervous, but could do that. There is non-superwash in here, so this cannot go in the dryer unless I'm going to have a couple squares to go weep and really mess things up. Because this is like, you know, a mixed bag. This is just minis of random assortment. I 100% guarantee there is some non-superwash in here. So if anyone's made one of these and done like, has been in the same position, please chime in. I would love to hear your experiences with blankets and how to wash them or dry them. Again, I can easily dry it. I mean, I can probably wash this on gentle cycle in the washing machine. I'm sure it's fine. Just, it can't go in the dryer, right? Like, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I could just wash it on delicate cold water and then it would spin out. And then but like, where do I even hang dry it? It's huge and it's going to stretch. There's no place I can lay it out flat unless I lay it on my bed, wet. Which, I mean, by the time it's spun out, it shouldn't be like super duper wet. Like when I take things like we took the hat out of the spin dryer, it wasn't like, I mean, I almost could have put it on my head. So, because it wasn't like super wet. So, I don't know. Didn't plan this out. So, anyways, that's that. Didn't get a chance to get my buttons on my coat. I am behind already too. I think I need one more square today still because I was behind yesterday. Or do I need both? I think I might need both squares today. I think I finished up yesterday's squares this morning. I think that's so, yeah. Technically I need 2 more squares, but whatever. Okay. Next up is since I finished this, I pulled out something else. I did try to work on it on the treadmill and I think it's too complicated. It's just too fiddly and I have to like keep looking at the directions. I can't just mindlessly go. So I don't think it's going to be a treadmill project, but it is on my list of things to now work on actively. So this is my Magikarp hats. So the original pattern is called like Carpe Diem, something along those lines. I will link it below. And then I am using the rewritten version that someone on Ravelry, and if I'll try to post the person who has it. I had to email her to get the rewritten version, which I'm assuming you could just email me too, and I can send you the rewritten version because she just said it for free. It was not a big deal. So I feel like I'm confidently can send you that version without any repercussions either. She wrote it in US terms because the original pattern is in UK terms, and she made some minor adjustments because the pattern was not the most, even her pattern notes aren't the most. So it's been taking a little bit of navigation, but I had made the hats a long time ago, last summer or something. So these are the hats. So this is the fish body in his mouth. So this is the fish mouth that goes over your head. And then you have all these parts. So I'm making 2 of them, so I have double the parts. So these are the fins that will go on the side. In some way, whatever way, yeah, that looks right. So those are the side fins. So I got 4 of those done. And actually I had 2 of these done, but I couldn't remember what hook size I used and what I did exactly. So I ended up I did these in an H hook. I looked at the other ones. Those were done in a G hook, I think, because they're a lot smaller and I like the bigger ones. So I ended up making all 4 again. So I have 2 old fins sitting over there that I don't know what to do with. I got the fins done. And of course, you know, all these ends to weave and then sewing them on. This is like the worst part. This is why I've procrastinated. And then the first part of the eyes. So the white part of the eyes. So I need to make the little black circles. I'm debating, and it's probably been easier just to crochet a black circle, but I was like debating on cutting it out of felt and just gluing it on. But honestly, anytime I cut out black felt, it just never comes out to a nice circle. It comes off a little bit wonky. So I think my black circles are going to look more circular. And I think it's just one round. You just like do a magic ring, which I haven't been doing magic rings because magic rings are evil. So I've just been doing chain 4, join the chain, and then 6 single crochets. And that's it. That's all you have to do for the eyeballs. So that'll take 2 seconds. So I got 4 eyeballs, and that's it. I started the next part, and that's when I was on the treadmill. It's the tail fin. I've started the tail fin, and then I got to, it seemed to get a little complicated, so I stopped. So that is where I'm at right now. So I'm on the tail fin portion of the first one. Tail fin number 1. So I'm hoping, and like, what else do I have? I have tail fin. So 2 tail fins. I have barbells, which are like these little stringy things, which are I-cord. So I'm just going to do and it literally says use the I-cord maker if you got one, and make an I-cord. So with yellow, yeah, okay. I thought they were orange or yellow. So yellow I-cords, 4 of those. Ventral fin, which is like, I think it's either the one at the top or the bottom. I don't know. I can't remember. I think the bottom of his. So his eyes are here. It's like comes off his chin, basically. I need 2 of those, which that one's complicated because you need 3 pieces of part A and a piece of part B. So all these fiddly pieces that need to be joined together. And then dorsal fin, which is the same thing. You got like a bunch of fiddly pieces that go together. Piece A, piece B, piece C, you know. And so that's it. All those times 2. And that'll be done. So it's just gonna still take me a while probably. So I'm gonna just do a piece or 2 here and there when I can. I did actually, the thing's huge. If you do make this pattern, I would suggest maybe cutting it down a few stitches. Figure out what the patterning is on the top and reduce the stitch count, or go down. I even went down to hook size. Like one of these is a different hook size and they're both still really big. But the kids like it, they're fine. And it's supposed to be kind of goofy and big, so it's fine. But I actually went ahead and threaded some elastic band in here just to see what it would do. The kids didn't like it. They thought it felt weird because it actually kind of was stuck to their head. So I put one with elastic. I had them try it on and then try both of them on, and both of them picked the one without the elastic. So okay, so I took the elastic out. So it is what it is. But I feel like it could benefit from a few inches or a few stitches shorter. Lastly, I forgot to share, we went to the library. I think actually this probably isn't even relevant, but since I started, I'll tell you anyways. We went to the library book sale, and usually I end up getting crafty books, but actually now that I think about it, I did not get any crafty books. So, but I did get something funny I was going to show you. But I got a free strawberry recipe book. So, fresh strawberries. It sounds pretty good. This was a joke for David, Kittens Day Out. So like little children's book, it was also free. And then I got this for me and David. It's not really that exciting, but it was like the day we went, it was like fill your bag for $5. So you could literally put whatever you want in the bag for $5. So it's the ultimate Minecraft creator. So it's a bunch of like Minecraft builds, but it's not like it shows you how to build things. It just shows you, it's not even a build. It shows you what people have built. So these crazy contraptions, but it's not like it's telling you how to do that. It's just showing very small pictures of what people have built. So, I mean, it's still cool to look at. Like, okay, they made like a skyland, and they obviously have some special shaders on because it looks nothing like Minecraft, but you can make Minecraft look like that with plugins and mods and stuff. So I don't know. I thought David could look through it. Okay, so the rest of these are piano books. So David plays piano. I really would like to get back into piano. But this was called Jazz Connection, 8 jazzy solos, and they're very beginner friendly solos. So I might play around with these jazz solos, but it came with, and I like, oh, I wonder if there's a CD included. And I look in the back and the thing's empty. I'm like, oh, it must not be included. Well, Jim found in the bag. No, it did not come with a CD, but it came with one of these. Anyone know what one of these is? The kids are like, had no idea. And Jim's like, it looks like a save file, doesn't it? Or, save icon. They're like, oh yeah, it does. So yeah, so it came with a tiny little, I don't even know, floppy. Hard floppy disk. And then yeah, it says on the MIDI enclosed. So there's a bunch of MIDIs on this, which I have no way to play this. So, and then I got so this one's got a CD included. Schumann, Album for the Young. These look pretty basic. I think it's Album for the Young. I think it was made for children back in the day, wherever Schumann is from, but it's the big book of Schumann pieces. This one was cool, except I guarantee the most popular prelude, which is prelude in D minor, A minor, one of the minor preludes is missing. Because like literally the whole thing is filled with Chopin preludes, and the most popular one that if you Google prelude in A minor, I believe that's the one, is missing because it starts on page 19. It goes from page 10 to 19. So like two of them are missing probably. So it's kind of a bummer, and it's missing the cover. But again, it was like fill your bag for $5, so we filled a giant bag. And then this one was kind of fun, but probably will never happen, but it was a miniature suite, 2 pianos, 4 hands. So it's set up to play 2 pianos at a time. And again, it looked pretty basic. Like me and David could potentially play that. Now, would I ever be able to get him to agree to play that with me? Probably not. Could I record myself playing one and then record myself playing the other one day? Maybe. So, I don't know. That was just the random grab. But yeah, the knitting and crochet and craft section was pretty bare bones. There was some like Better Homes and Gardens, or, you know, like specialty little booklets that for like from the 70s or 80s that looked ridiculous that I didn't even get. So, and that was it. Anywho, that's all I have for this afternoon. It's 2:20, and yeah, I'm gonna work on some more Magikarp pieces. I'm gonna try not to be repetitive with what I talk about next clip. I will be back in a day or two with what I've been up to. Hey guys, it's Thursday. Boy, has it been a week. Bump. It kind of has again. I don't know what it is. I know what it is. It's winter. It's existential dread. It's being a mom of 2 teen/preteens. Whew, it's a lot. So currently the kids are home from school again today because it's icy. So school was canceled. And we kind of saw it coming. We've been kind of alerted all this week that ice storm's coming Wednesday night, probably no school Thursday. So here we are. It's Thursday, no school. It is already 1 o'clock. I didn't wake up. The only good side of it is like to sleep in. So I didn't wake up till like, it was like 8:30, between 8:30 and 9, I think. I kind of tossed and turned though. I was up at like 5:30 when Jim got up to get ready for work, and then saw that the school was closed, turned off my alarms, but didn't really get off restful sleep for the rest of the time I was in bed. But kids didn't get up till like noon. So, I mean, I'm glad they're getting some sleep for sure. So Emily's been sick, so she was home sick yesterday. Just a little cold. I mean, she's okay. She would have went to school yesterday, but so we have an app that you can check the bus, and it's notoriously inaccurate, but just gives you a rough idea. So I know it's inaccurate, but like you lose track of time. So we looked at the app. It was going to be like 10 minutes late. All of a sudden, I look at the app again. It's like early by a couple minutes. We were still late. Like she should have already been outside because usually she plans to be outside 5 to 10 minutes before the quote bus time anyways. So we were already late for that, but it was early. It was like a couple minutes early. So like totally missed it. So she's like, can I just stay home? She's like, I'm not feeling great. It was a late start day yesterday, so she didn't go in till like 9:30 or something. So I'm like, fine, just stay home. That's fine. So she's been off yesterday and today. So anyways, what have I been working on since I last recorded? Not a lot. Okay, so here's the other side of the hat. Oh, and here's a hat story. So I wanted it slouchy. Honestly, it was too slouchy. I can't win. So you saw the first clip. I was wearing the green one. It looked cute. It was fine. But like by the end of the day, it's like falling down my head. It's like it was too big. So I tossed it in the dryer. It's perfect now. Now this is perfect. This is the absolute perfect. This is like I just want a little slouch. I didn't want it like floppy. So now I've just got a little bit of slouch and it's not falling off my head. So I think I might have said I was going to put a picture of me in the pink, but I didn't because I'm wearing it. And so here it is. So I love this hat. My new favorite hat. Because I like the double-sided and everything, so very excited. with that being said, I think I'm pretty sure I mentioned that I wanted to start a ripple bralette. I also might have said, but can't remember, that I should wait to start a ripple bralette because I have lots of other things that I'm supposed to be working on. I cast it on, so I didn't get very far at all. I just literally cast it on because I just can't help myself and I'm excited and I want to make it. So I used the pink first because that's my favorite out of the two colors. And I think it'd be a cute little top. So I cast on the ripple bralette. So basically I'm starting, you start one row of the ribbing in larger needles and then have to switch down to smaller needles, which the needles I need are my blanket needles, which is fine. I have two sets of Chalgu needles. I have the 5-inch and the 4-inch. I prefer the 5-inch, of course, because they're more comfortable for my hands, but I think making blanket squares with the 4-inch is going to be fine. So I'm going to steal the 5-inch from the blanket, put that on here, and then put the 4-inch on the blanket and see where we are. I used to make those blanket squares with double pointed needles. So like, I could go back to that. I won't, because that's stupid. But I used to use double pointed needles because I don't think I had twos or I was using them for something else for a while. So whatever, but so that'll be fine. So I started the Ripple Bralette by Jessie Made Designs. We'll link it down below. It is a paid for pattern. So, but yeah, I just literally just started the first row with the larger needle and then I have to switch. So that is that. So I don't know when I'll work on it. I'll probably pick it up more than I should because of course I have other things like my Clancy hat I need to finish, my third one, so the second one that I made for the pattern is done. I haven't touched the third one yet, and then I have a fourth one at some point, so those are no rush. Blanket, I am not caught up today yet, so I'm almost at the end of the row. So last you saw it was okay, so there's my marker. So I was here, and then so I've gotten this one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and I'm on this one, which actually I did last night, but it's today's square. I was getting ahead of the game. So I have 1.5 for today, or 1.25 for today, and then Friday I'll be done with the row. Then I'm only going to do 2 more rows. I think that's it. I think I'm only going to do 2 more rows. And I'm going to call it done. And I'm going to do a border. And I'm going to do like an I-cord. Maybe. I don't even know if I'll do a border. Things going on my bed. Do I care? I don't know. I might take a break and just leave it as is on my bed. And then decide if I want a border or not. Because that sounds like not fun. So I don't know if I want to do that. But I'm going to just do 2 more rows. Maybe even just 1 more row. I'm going to do 1 more row and look at it. And then determine if I want a second row. I'm going to be done. I'm going to be done. And then I'm going to start my granny stripe blanket at some point. Because I really want to. You know what? Life is short. Do the things you want to do. So, not that I hate this, and it looks really cute. I really like it when it's laid out, and I like the way it looks. It's time to move on. And it's at a spot I can move on and still be happy with it. So that's where we're at. So, it doesn't need to be massive. It's already massive. I mean, like, let's be real. 60 by 80 is not a small blanket. So there's that. So I have to finish that square so I can then get my needles. And then I've made progress, very little progress, on my Magikarp. This thing's a pain in the butt. The pattern is, I'm using a rewritten version of a UK written pattern that was free. They're both got their issues. Obviously the one written in UK terms is just hard to brain because you constantly keep having to like remember the terms are different. And then the rewritten one, I feel like there's a few mistakes in there too. So you really just, not for the faint of heart, you really need to be able to just go with the flow and adapt. And luckily with these like fiddly pieces, like my stitch count didn't come out right at all. You just go with the flow and figure it out. Here's one. I got one tail fin done. It says to like block and shape if you want, but I don't know. I kind of like it kind of wavy because it's a fin. So I think that works. So I got that done, and then I'm currently working at sealing. This one looks completely different. I mean, it won't when it's done, I guess. It'll look a little different. Technically, this one might turn out a little bigger because, again, I got to the point of the pattern and I had to add rows to get the stitch count right. So I don't know what's going on, but I only have a few more rows before the orange. So I might just make it line up with this, so whatever. It's a weird pattern. So tail, and then I have, that'll be done. Then I'll be done with all the white pieces, and then I'll have to switch to yellow. don't know what happened to, I think I see some yellow yarn in there. Do all the yellow pieces, and then I still need the eyeballs of the pupils in black. So I'm getting there. This is gonna be like, this is the biggest piece that was left. So once this is done, the rest of them are pretty small. So I'm hoping I can get through pretty quickly. So, but yeah, this, the fact that this one looks so much different already. Like, I don't know what happened. So whatever, it's fine. It's gonna be on the top of a fish hat head, or a head with a, it's a fish hat. It doesn't matter, okay? Let's move on. Let's move on. So last but not least for today, I got my last Stitch Quest purchase. So you saw my bag and my stitch markers. And now is the yarn, and it's gorgeous. Oh, and it came with a sucker. Look at that. I always like it when it comes with candy. Oh, a mystery flavor. So look at that. That's so pretty. And this is a Stitch Quest 2025, 75/25. So, but it's like green and blue with speckles in it. And I think I want to make, and I think I mentioned this before, like I want to make a little dragon scale collar. And it kind of like comes up and then like goes out. And then it's got the crocodile stitch, dragon scale stitch, and then it's just got like double crochets around across the top, and then you button it closed. So I think that's what I want to do with this, just to go with the Stitch Quest theme and the fantasy theme, and I can keep it in my Stitch Quest bag and use my Stitch Quest markers and progress keepers and have my whole project ready to go. So, so I was excited about that. Again, this was Stitchin' with Yarn, the business name on Etsy. I will link the shops below, and all the Stitch Quest information I will link below. I think that is it for this afternoon. I will pop back in tomorrow, because I'll probably get some things done today. So I might as well just pop back in tomorrow with the final recap of the week, and we will see you there. Hey guys, it's Friday, and I'm gonna make this a short and sweet wrap up because I just am not in the mood for this anymore for today. I don't know. Today, just I don't want to do it. But I'm gonna do it because I said I was gonna do it, and I have just a few things to share, but it's Friday and I just want to not do anything. But I have to do laundry, I have to get dinner ready, blah, 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 you know. So, but anyways, this is turning into my treadmill project. Just because it's currently like kind of mindless, because I'm just going around and around. It's 1x1 twisted rib, which is awful. But I only have to do 16 rows, and I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So I did about 4 rows so it's like 1 row every 10 minutes, because I did like 40 minutes on the treadmill. So it took me 10 minutes per row. So it's a slog for sure. But it looks, I like the way it looks. So the finished twisted rib, it's hard to tell in this color, but I don't know, it's cute, but it's like size 2 needles, and but I'm on the treadmill. I'm not doing anything else besides watching YouTube and just plugging away. So it's really not bad, but I'll probably do that because then I'm going to get to the body, and it's going to be, I think it's just another ribbed pattern. And that's going to be relatively mindless. I just got to keep track of the sizing before I have to split for the panels. Yeah, I think you stop. I don't remember how it's constructed, but at some point I will stop and have to work each side. So, yeah. And then the I-cord at the end. Oh, actually, it's not really an I-cord. Is it I-cord? It's like, I think it is I-cord, but it's very thick. It's more than, it looks more than the standard. I don't know, maybe not. So I haven't done it in a long time, and it's all in the pattern. But so I was gonna say I could use my I-cord maker, and I might still use my I-cord maker on it. I'm not sure, but these look a little thicker than the standard cord. But I don't know. We will see when I get there. But again, on the treadmill, it's like super, super easy. I am thinking though I should pull out my African Violet hexies and start weaving the ends in on the treadmill as well. So I don't know. Probably gonna take this though. It's portable, it's easy, it's mindless. I don't have to like fiddle around with different pieces and stuff, so that's probably the plan. In other things, I finished my other fin for my hat, my Magikarp hat fin. So the second fin, tail fin is done. So this goes, oops, all the pieces just fell out. This goes on the end like this. So gotta attach. I might start attaching. I might like attach these ones. Oh, jeez. Just to see where we're at with the pieces. But I've separated all the pieces and put them in the hat. So all the pieces for one hat are in here, and all the pieces for the other hat are in here. And I have finished. Ooh, did I? Oh, I did. Okay, I finished 2 of the I-cord barbells, and basically these are gonna come from like, so the eyes are gonna be on the side, and they're gonna be like hanging like this, basically. I feel like they need a little steaming. I don't know. I might steam everything up just to make it uniformed and whatever. But these are supposed to kind of be like, you know, a little bit bendy, not bendy, but like not like super straight. So kind of like that. I got 2 of those done. I'm making them on the Cordsmith. So I currently have another one. These will take 2. These took like a minute. 5 minutes maybe. They were pretty quick. So they only had to be 25 centimeters. I didn't even look to see what that was in inches. I just measured it by centimeters. I need 2 more of those. I will make, and then I need the little, what are they called? Ventral fin and the dorsal fin, but they're like little fins for the top and the bottom. I know last time I said like chin. Well, obviously it's not going on the chin of the hat. It's going on the bottom, so in the back. So it'll go on the top and the back. And I still need to do the pupils. So maybe I can finish this weekend. I just need to do it because, again, I don't want to do it, but once I get started, it's fine. So, but that is all I did. I have not caught up on my blanket yet. I just have today's. I did yesterday's, which I think I did after I recorded. So you didn't see them, but you'll see them next week. But I will be finishing up that row. I will work on that tonight. I might play Minecraft tonight. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. And I started a world on January. I think it was January 1st. I think I made it like a thing in my brain. Like, I'm starting this world January 1st. I'm going to try not to abandon it. I'm going to try to keep up with it. I'm playing on the laptop, which is a new experience for me because I used to play on my iPad, which I still like my iPad. I kind of miss playing on the iPad a little bit because it's more portable, because the laptop I'm now stuck on the computer desk with the mouse and the keyboard, and I can't like go anywhere. But the iPad, it's touchpad. It just feels wrong to play with the touchpad, and I don't know why I don't know. So I just feel like I wanted to be able to get the full keyboard mouse experience. It is easier to play sometimes with the keyboard. It depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes it's easier with the iPad touchscreen, but sometimes it's a pain to do things because you have to like move with your hands as well as like, fight with your hands, and it's just, everything is just like all over the place. So you're trying to hit something and then you're moving, whereas when you have more control over with the keyboard. This is way off target and off tangent, but it's not, because if you follow me, it's not. But that's it. See, I told you I want to make this quick. This weekend Emily has some band things this weekend. But I think we just got the one band thing, and then that's it. So it's going to hopefully be, it's a Super Bowl. We're not watching, but we're eating food. We're going to watch the Puppy Bowl, and we have lots of snacks. What do we have? We have Doritos and Cheetos, and we have spinach dip and chips and salsa. We have cheese curds that you put in the oven, and spinach pies, maybe. I have a bunch of leftover appetizer things I bought from Trader Joe's before Christmas, because Trader Joe's is like, it's like 20 minutes away. So it's not like far, but it's not like I go that way ever. So I opted to stock up last time I went. So I have like a bag and a half still of cheese curds we can make. We have a spinach dip. I think I have spinach pies. I have little desserts. I have a whole bumpy cake. My mom and her husband, my stepdad, brought over a bumpy cake for my birthday. But we had a donut cake because Jim got me a fancy, like, big donut cake for my birthday. So they brought over the bumpy cake, so we put it in the freezer. But it's, like, big. It's like a doubles. Like, a normal bumpy cake's usually like this. This is, like, double. Speaking of cake, I was going to make that pumpkin bread today. So I'm going to go do that as well when I'm done recording, because I really want some desserts. So, but anyway, so we have lots. I don't know if I probably won't pull out the bumpy cake. Save that for another party or something that has somebody over other than the 4 of us, because we're never going to eat all that bumpy cake. I mean, we will. I guess that's part of the problem. We will eat all the bumpy cake over the course of a week. I'll be eating it for breakfast. So we don't want to do that. Or do we? I don't know. Anyways. So, yeah. I'm done rambling. I'm telling you. Anyways, I'm going to go. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I hope you have a great week. I will see you next week, and I hope you get to craft all the things.